play and call it work.
The Sword of Sorrows is now borne by the Prince of the Moonlight. Our Masque paid dearly to resist the Tzeentch sorcerer who calls himself Crozar the Enlightened. The blade is sharp and obviously infused with great psychic power. I fear that it may be too much for the Prince. As he holds the weapon, it whispers in a language that even I do not recognize. If it holds a demon, we shall make it submit. Why Segurak would want us to have such a tool, I do not know, but the play will continue. And if the Prince of the Moonlight should fall to the sword's power, then another will take his place, ever ready to fill the ranks of the mighty troop of light, and dance the glorious dance to the demise of all the Eldari's foes. Back in the Labyrinth dimension, the Webway which has cradled the great Harlequin for eons without number, I contemplate what his will is for our Masque. What dance will we perform? Who will be our audience? Time passes, flowing around me like a crystalline river that brings both life and death. Although as of late, more of the latter, as soon I see his reflection in that river, looking back at me with a wide smile. He laughs at the temporary demise of Crozar the Enlightened, amused by the fact that he fell so quickly to our grand act. But even within that laughter comes a warning that the sorcerer will not underestimate us again. He bides his time in the warp and prepares his forces. And his forces are on the move again, working their clumsy yet destructive dance towards the next act. And the reflections of the Webway, another vision is opened up, this time of a planet many systems away, currently being contested by two sentient races of machines. Vadurak, the once great tomb world of the Cryptek dynasty, now being overrun by a headstrong army of mankind, young pretenders who think they should own the galaxy. The old and the young. Those turned into machines against those striving to be more machine-like. The vaults of Vadurak hold many secrets Segurak speaks into my mind, but one is more important than them all, and yet they mostly do not see its power. Marathag, the face of death. The death mask of lost dreams is within the planet core, buried so far that man and machine have forgotten about it. That is where our dance must take us. But there are dangers there, both within and without. The despicable armies of Tzeentch march on its location already, eager to claim the prize as their own, and the Necrons attempt to breach the Webway, at the very spot that we need to enter to gain access to the Masque. The Grand Act is open slightly more to me. I see that this relic is needed to accomplish Tzeentch's plans for the sector. What plans Segurak will not or cannot show me. We are to perform a play that will frustrate the great trickster. For in the end, only the great Harlequin, the first and great fool, is in control of our fate. Let us teach that to our unwilling partners.
Hey everybody, Matthew Encore here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to another episode of Fates Encore, our Harlequin narrative campaign, which we will now stop talking and do totally in interpretive dance.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that again. I promised everybody we wouldn't do that. So you might see interpretive dance throughout this video, so I do have to warn you, if you are offended by interpretive dance, then turn off this video now, because this won't even just be interpretive dance. It'll be bad interpretive dance. So it's like double whammy. So we're going to Vadurak, as you have found out in the story time, which if it sounds familiar to you, it's because we've been there a few times. It is currently the hotly contested Forge World / Tomb World in the Apothis Crusade. We were there for a good portion of time in Deathwatch Apothis as well, because that happened in the same system. And it's the world we're revisiting from the Warzone Apothis that we did a few years back. So we're coming back to this world again, because we're trying to tie everything in together. This time though, we're going deep into the world. So there's the huge fight that's happening up in the space and on the surface, and probably even into the Tomb World, but we're going deeper than all of that, as you saw in the story time, to seek out the death mask of lost dreams. Another relic that you're still not quite sure what it is, but it would be awesome to acquire for not just story purposes, but in-game purposes. And as usual, we're doing this in two missions. The first one is an establishing mission, and the second one is the mission where you actually go for the relic. So the first one, as the story time's already explained it, but I just want to give the recap really quick. Essentially, you're going into Vadurak, but you find out that the Webway portal is currently being hacked by a Cryptek. We don't want any more of that. Return to Fayum was already enough of the Necrons getting access to the Webway. We don't want another place having access to it. And so not only is that a problem because they can get access to the Webway, but it also happens to be the Webway portal that is the quickest route to where the Death Mask is, so the vault that is being currently held in. And so if you fail this mission, that means you have to retreat and go a longer way, which means the armies of Tzeentch will probably get there before you because they're on their way right now too, through their own. You know, you're actually not quite sure how they're finding their way to the places that you're going as well because...
Blame it on the war.
Well, no, there's a reason. I'm not going to say what it is right now. I'm just saying that you don't know why. They keep kind of staying a step right behind you or beside you or sometimes in front of you. Depending on the situation. But so there's a lot of rides on this mission. So you're going to be fighting the Necrons. There's going to be 3 objectives that you need to blow up. And like the mission with the Orcs, you get automatic win if you get all 3 of them. But if you don't get all 3 of them, you might win.
Oh.
Where you roll a 7+ on a d6, but you get a +2 per objective that you get. And so if you only destroy 1, you get a 5+ to win. You destroy 2, it's a 3+ to win, and you destroy all 3, and it's a 1+. So those are your secondary objectives, as well as eliminating the Cryptek. Like, he's in his own tomb world, so most likely he'll reanimate, but it can at least disrupt. So that's a bonus secondary objective as well. And of course, now you've got the Sword of Sorrows, which is, even though you're not fighting demons, it's still pretty awesome.
It's my anti-demon sword.
It is an anti-demon sword, but you get the bonus strength and AP and damage, even against regular things. You just don't get the double attacks. And so you can build up your collection. And we'll take a look at your army right now, and we'll take a look at the board and how you're going to be deploying, and talk about your upgrades for those who missed the Vault one or maybe have forgotten, just to kind of remind us. So let's take a look at that right now. Because of the lightning strike nature of this mission, and because the Webway is a little smaller here, you are not going to be bringing any Void Weavers or Star Weavers, but you are bringing Sky Weavers. You got 2 groups of 3 of them. So you're back to your troop sizes of 6 each. Now let's talk about your characters, because they're what's of most interest to us. We got your Shadowseer Fate, who hasn't upgraded yet.
No.
And then you've got your Death Jesters, who didn't upgrade last game, but they did have upgrades from before.
Yep, so I have Death and Torment. Death is up to level 2, so I'm able to shoot twice in the shooting phase and in Overwatch. And also any unit that's attacked by him, as well as Torment, gets a -2 to their leadership until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Game turn, sorry.
Game turn. So both of them have that, or essentially -2 leadership if you just shoot at them. You don't have to actually hurt them. Now, mind you, they don't have to take a morale test unless they lose at least 1 guy. But it just means if they shoot at it and then some other unit does something to them, then it helps with that as well. And then we've got your 3 troop masters. We got the Light, Twilight, and Dark. So Twilight's out front. So what did he get? He's still at level 1.
Yeah, both Twilight and Dark are at level 1, so they get to re-roll any hit, wound, and saving rolls of 1. And then I've also got my Light Troop Master, who also has that, but I've gone ahead and bumped him up to level 4, so he has...
We know it's a him.
Yes.
It has the prince name. And the other one's a duchess, so we know it's a her. The other ones we're not so sure of.
So, again, has to re-roll any hit, wound, and saving throws of 1. Also, the Master and its troop get a free turn before the game starts, which is awesome.
Yes.
Also has a 3-up invulnerable save, and then the one that I'm super happy about is that the Master and its troop can deep strike with a 9-inch restriction. So
yeah, so a normal deep strike, essentially. So it doesn't cost you the 3 command points it would normally do to purchase the Webway stratagem. And so the fact that he can deep strike and get a free turn. Now, mind you, the free turn is not after he deep strikes. The deep strike would be at the end of his movement phase, and so it would still have those restrictions. But then, you know, if you get to go first again, then that's going to make a big difference, obviously, as you go into the next turn. So pretty handy. And that's it. So you just got to decide, are you just going to take the same psychic power for the Shadowseer because you like the whole movement thing?
I do like having the double move.
So you have the Veiltear, Smite, and what's it called? Twilight Pathways. Which lets you do a second move for somebody within 3 inches. And are you going to spend any command points for the Webway portal again, or are you happy with just the light troop getting in there?
I think I'm okay with it. I'm going to take another look at the board really quick and then
decide. Yeah, you've scouted out the area, so you're allowed to see where I've deployed, and then hopefully go first. We've got our Necron army ready to go. This is all the ones that you see. You don't know if there's any others waiting in hyperspace, like hunters would. We've got our Cryptek, surrounded by Lichguard. Now, this army is mostly unaware that you're coming, so they're just kind of spread out on this one side. We've got our 3 objectives. 1, to 3, which you need to destroy. You don't know their stat lines, but you can assume that they're reasonable toughness, a few wounds, and a reasonable save that you need to...
Doesn't a few fusion can't take care of.
Yeah, exactly. Your fusion, they're not indestructible, but they're also not just going to be beaten up by a bunch of strength 3 attacks really, really easily. And this is the Webway portal that we're using, and so you can see the Necrons are attaching all their stuff to it. Terrain, by the way, all of this kind of Necron and Eldar terrain is from Death Ray Designs, and then all the styrofoam-looking stuff, as well as the boards, were created by Greenleaf Terrain. So we're happy with that. It's all cool looking stuff. We've actually had this stuff for a long time. He came out with that for years ago for us, and it's just been used so many times. And so essentially, Quirk's army is going to be in the Webway. Kind of think of this platform like a vehicle, and it's a transport vehicle that his entire army is in. Except 2 things: it's not destructible, so the Necrons can't just blow it up and have your whole army all of a sudden get hurt. And he doesn't disembark and then move. He just moves from here. So if one unit of troops come out, he just measures from here the 8 inches that they would move, or whatever advance they would do. So there's no disembarking, but it's kind of like a vehicle without really following any of the rules. It's not open-topped. It's just this is his entryway. So none of his army starts on the table. And the Necrons are all back here. They're not like in a super defensive position to guard the Webway because they're just busy doing their work. We've got Wraiths and old school spiders. I had to use these. I'm using a lot of Luca's Necrons, and he had these old school metal spiders, and I don't know why. I was compelled to use them.
More than the new ones.
Really? Oh, I love the new ones, but these ones are just, I don't know. This is nostalgia, I guess. I never played with them, but I just wanted something different. Other than that, he's got everybody on the big 32mm bases, which makes them look very intimidating. But that's really it. That's all there is to it. It will be a random game length to represent Necron reinforcements coming in overwhelming numbers that you basically would have to get out of there one way or the other. So, but other than that, and we are going to play it so that after you take your free turn, we're going to roll to see who gets first turn. So you guys will pop out, but you will have a serious advantage in that area because of the element of surprise, which you'll use up a bit of by having your guys come out of the Webway. But they're like, boo! And they're like, do I get to react before the rest of your army comes through? We'll see. So let's go into your free game turn and see what happens there. First off, these guys are in the Webway, not the normal deployment Webway, and you're going to pay 3 command points to do another one?
Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and put the Dark Troop and Troop Master in the Webway.
So it costs 3 command points because that's actually 2 separate units. But he's required to put the Troop Master in if he brings them, just because our rules is he's supposed to try to keep the Troop Masters with their individual troops. So you get the bonus turn before the game even starts, and your light Troop Master and his group pop out of the Webway in the back. That's your movement phase.
That is the end of my movement phase.
Right.
So jump onto shooting.
Which you are out of range for most of your stuff except your Shuriken pistols and your Neuroblasters.
So my fusion pistol is going to go into this core.
Oh, right, because you want to blow that up.
I want to try and blow it up.
I forgot that was... I already forgot it was the objective.
But then all the Shuriken pistols and Neuro pistols are going to go into these Scarabs.
Got it. So let's start with the fusion pistol, hitting on a 3. That's not your... Oh, no, is that your Troop Master? No, it's not your Troop Master.
Troop Master.
That's a hit. Just roll it. I'll tell you. Nope. That fails to wound.
Okay.
And your Troop Master given the rerolls to wound.
Only applies in melee.
Yeah. Except for his own reroll ones, but that was not the Troop Master.
Next up I got 3 Shuriken pistols going into these Scarabs.
Hit on 3s. Ha!
Okay.
Wounded on 3s. And that is minus 3 AP, yep. So I just take a wound. So we'll bring this one down to 2.
Then we're going to have 2 Nero Disruptors firing.
Hitting on 3s. Ah. Now those ones wound on 4s, yes. But they're better AP and better damage. 4s to wound. 2 wounds, and they're D3 damage each, so they're rolling 1 at a time, because I have 2 wounds left on the 1, which you finish off, and then... Whoa!
Boom!
3 more. So you disrupt their narrow pathways? Sure. You know what? Whatever.
Then I got the Troop Master Shuriken pistol firing at the Scarabs as well.
Hit on a 2. Ha! And wounded on a 3, re-rolling 1s because of his upgrade, and I get 6 up save against that. Nope. Now I went down to 2 wounds. And then the assault phase.
Yes, let's charge the core.
That's it?
That's it.
Not declaring any other charges?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So, charging the core.
Pretty much anything but a double 1/5 will get you in. Now, that's not your Troop Master, of course.
No.
The one with the awesome sword. Might want to keep some space for him.
Yep.
And the Troop Master.
Go, buddy, go. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a double 6 does it. Yeah, he does a few flips on the spot. I just watched the honest trailers for Power Rangers, like the old Power Rangers, and like all the unnecessary backflips.
Yep.
So your guy just did that. He's like backflip, 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 and around it. Yeah, and then he gets there.
Starting off with the Troop Master, hitting on 2s. I'm assuming there's nothing that's going to disrupt me.
No, you just hit on 2s. All hits. I was going to say re-rolling 1s, but you're good. And what strength are you? Strength 5?
Yes.
So wounding. Re-roll the 1, and then I'll tell you how many wounds you got. You got 2.
Oh.
You got 2 wounds. The 2s and 3s don't do it, but the 6s do. Okay, and then I'm going to roll 2 dice for the 2 damage apiece that you're doing, right? Okay, so it does 2 damage in total.
Oh.
Counting up, because you don't know how many wounds it has. Let's back it up a bit, because you get to re-roll to wound. So you have 3 failed to wounds. Re-roll those. Although one of them was a 1 that you re-rolled already, but that became a 6,
yes.
So that's okay. 1 more wound. So 4 doesn't do it.
Okay.
So you know 6s do and 4s don't. Oh, I failed that. Now he's taken 4 wounds. Then your regular strength 3 swords?
Yes.
All right.
Assuming these are going to be wounding on 3s, but... Or sorry, wounding on 6s, hitting on 3s.
3s to hit. Well, you know it's minimum toughness 6. Like you know that because a 4 did not wound on strength 5. So you know here is strength 6 to wound.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 6 is to wound. And you get to re-roll all of those fails.
Okay.
Re-rolling all of them. Okay, 4 wounds. Rolling saves. Only made 1 of them. And it blows up.
Automatically?
Well, I mean, like you've destroyed it.
Okay, does
Seven wounds destroyed it.
Okay.
Whether it was 6 wounds that would have destroyed it, you don't know. Or 5 wounds could have destroyed it. So you know it's minimum 5 wounds, at least toughness 6, and not a 4-up save, but possibly a 5-up because the 6s made it, but the 4s didn't.
It's like trying to do a Sudoku puzzle.
I know, right? Does it blow up? No. So now you've killed 1 objective. That's an objective point. Plus, you now have a chance to win the mission on a 5+, a 1 in 3 chance to win the mission. And that is the end of bonus turn.
Yeah.
So let's roll off to see who gets first turn. But you get a +2 because of the surprise. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go ahead. Ooh, 5. I rolled a 2. You didn't even need the pluses. Okay, you get first turn.
Yay.
Oh, and just to point out, I didn't have to take a morale test for these guys. They're leadership 10. I only lost 2. So there's really no worry there.
Starting off, the Shadow Seer is going to come jumping out of the webway and...
Advancing?
Advancing.
3. So I guess you're not going to try to do the 1 act
No.
exposition where you move really fast. What about the other one where you shoot and assault? Everybody does. I think that'll be impossible for you to pull off.
Yeah,
so.
I know there. Hold that one.
Okay, let's just get out then.
All right, so going 11.
Shadow Seer flippity flips.
Whee. Right there.
So advancing 22 inches. Automatically get to +6 to their advance. 3 Skyweavers coming on in to fight the Wraiths. 3 more coming out the other way.
Let's go for those warriors.
Your sacrificial Harlequins.
Yeah. Death and Torment are going to jump out and just go.
Let's grab some firing positions.
Some wonderful firing positions.
And the Twilight Troop.
Yeah, they're going to come running out of there. Troop's going to be going 12, and the Troop Master is going
11.
Okay.
They come flippity-flipping out of the webway, dancing their way forward, eager to perform their part in the performance. But the Twilight, of course, are the tricky ones. So what are they really doing? Out they come.
Let's go ahead and take the Light Troop and move them up here.
They're basically trying to take the quickest route back to the webway.
Yeah.
Essentially, once the game still goes, even if you get all 3 objectives, but you can exit via your webway portal at the beginning, not back by this little one that you opened up just temporarily, because webway.
Because webway.
And you have the Dark Troop in the webway. Where do they pop out? That counts as an enemy model, remember?
This counts as an enemy model?
Yeah, well, that's why I said I forgot this thing was an enemy model, because I would have forced you to put them back further. So I let you get away with that because I told you. I said I forgot. Oh, I forgot that was an enemy model. And so, yeah.
That was a huge hamper on my plan.
I know, right?
All right, well.
So they're just going to jump out right beside their brethren.
Backup plan.
You know, they could probably get a got there just coming through here, right? Didn't have to spend 3 command points to do that.
Thank you for reminding me. I am aware.
Psychic phase. What are you going to try to pull off? You can do 2 powers.
Let's do... Oh.
Oh?
Oh. Let's put Veil on them.
To give them their re-rolls.
Re-rolls.
To their saving throws. At least 7. You got it. Didn't perils. And?
Twilight Pathway on them.
On the same ones?
Yes.
Alright, you want these guys to go forward. And you passed it. I don't have anything nearby. My spiders do have gloom prisms, but they're more than 24 inches away, so they can't deny. So your dark troop can move again. They're not going to advance because they want to use their fusion, I'm guessing.
That is true.
To blammo that objective.
So I'm going to get like an inch away from it.
Yeah. They leap forward, dancing and flipping, and as they land, gracefully firing their fusion pistols. Is that what you want to fire first in the shooting phase?
Yes.
All right, let's do that. They're all within 3 inches, so they get super damage. Oh, and some of them aren't so graceful and it just goes flying. Or maybe we'll say that they hit, but they just don't know where to hit. And that's how they could possibly miss. Because people ask that, how do you miss a door? It's like, well, you didn't miss a door, you just didn't hit any part that was important. And now you're going to see if you actually do any damage. Strength 8. And you did 2.
Okay.
So the 2 doesn't do it. So it's not, you already knew it was at least toughness 6. But now you know it's not toughness 8. So I'll just tell you it's toughness 6.
Okay.
Saves. You're minus 4 AP, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I failed both my saves.
Okay.
First one does damage, 2d6, take the best, that's 6, and the second one does... Well, we know it's going to kill it, yeah, because 7 did it before, and that was 6 and 4. So does it blow up? A 3 did not make it blow up last time, but a 5 most certainly does.
Oh, no!
It blows up. It has an explosion radius of d6 inches only. Oh, you're so lucky! You are 1 inch and 1 millimeter away!
Yes!
Yay for following the rules! Just to tell you, it would have done d6 mortal wounds to everything within d6 inches on the explosion.
Oh.
That's 2 objectives and no casualties from it. That's pretty good. So now you're going to win the game on a 3+.
Let's have the 3 Skyweavers just try and eliminate those warriors.
So 3 shuriken cannons. Did they advance?
They advanced.
So
They hit on 4s
then. That wouldn't have mattered, didn't roll any 3s. 3s to wound. Looking for those 6s though, because that'll ignore their 4+ armor. But these ones have 4+ armor. So you killed 2 of them. Blam, 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 blam.
Next up, I'm going to have these bikes. You know what? As tempting as it is to try and kill those wraiths, or at least hurt the wraiths, they're a sacrificial lamb, so they're going to go for that objective.
Okay, firing the shuriken cannons. 3s to hit, no 4s because you advanced.
Did advance.
I didn't. Oh, you only rolled 1 3 anyways. Well, you ain't killing it. 4s to wound because it's toughness 6. And you got 2 wounds, and we got its save, which we know is not a 4, and it is a 6, but we don't know if it's a 5. Well, still don't know. 2 wounds done. I'm just going to count down. It has 6 wounds.
Death and Torment are going to shoot it. I'm going to start off with Death and do both volleys, so it's going to be 6 shots.
2s to hit. Boom, baby. 4s to wound. No problem. We don't even care about that because it's actually an invuln that I'm rolling. Okay, I made 1 of them and failed 3. Down to 1. And Torment's going to try to finish it off. 2s to hit, although is it really death when you just blow up a machine?
Hey.
4s to wound it.
Kill's a kill.
Ooh, 1 wound. With some sort of save. That it fails! It explodes. Maybe. Yes, it does. How many inches? 2. Does not hit the rays, but it does hit the warriors. D6 mortal wounds. Oh! Woo! 6 of them go up. Explosion takes it out. And you have won the scenario. So now it's just a matter of whether you can survive your guys. So that turned out to be pretty easy. So now it's just who survives. Because I'm going to get a turn before you even get to flee.
Get out of dodge, guys.
So I got some more shooting, and you got lots of guys that are in peril.
Yeah, well, we'll start off with the shuriken pistols here to try and knock off the 2 wounds on that
Scarab.
3 of them?
3 shuriken pistols hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 3s.
No.
Nothing.
Nero pistols? No, disruptors. 3s.
Disrupt those neuros.
And 4s.
And 4s to wound, yeah.
Nope.
No, nothing. And the fusion. Hitting on a, hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 2. Oh, man!
What's happening?
Well, can your troop master at least do something? 2s to hit.
2s.
And 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s.
Hey.
Sure. 6 up save. Yeah, he did a damage. Good for him. Charge phase.
Let's have these troops charge into the scarabs.
Just the scarabs?
Just the
not the spider?
Oh, he can heroically intervene, can he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll charge him.
Correction. No.
Okay.
He's not a character, so he cannot heroically intervene. So just the scarabs?
Just the scarabs.
All right. 4 inches. Well, that gets you to just the scarabs.
Let's have the Skyweavers here charge into your way. Do they have shooting attacks?
They do not.
Whips? Okay.
Those are 2 whips and nothing.
All right, charging in then.
Charge. Hold them off. Hold them off. 5 inches. You better hold them off, otherwise they're going to come and chop some heads.
Then I'm going to have this unit of Skyweavers charge both the Immortals and the Warriors.
Okay, we'll do all the Overwatch we can. 16 shots from the Necron Warriors, hitting on 6s. We got 2 hits. 4s to wound. 1 wound. Saved. 3 Immortals can see. 6s, nothing. You need to make a 7-inch charge.
Nope.
Yeah, no, they're there. Fight phase.
Fight phase. Let's have all the swords swinging at the scarabs.
16 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
Not bad.
Winning on 4s.
Rerolling, because you've got your troop master watching nearby, and you're like, we must perform better. Perform better. There you go. 6 up armor save. That's actually exactly how many wounds you needed to destroy them all. Did you want to consolidate? Oh, we lost a scarab. Did you want to consolidate into the spider?
Yes.
Do it.
Fine. I'm going to regret this.
And the Skyweaver's over here attacking the Wraiths. 9 attacks from the 3 of them, hitting on 3s. And you're only strength 4, so you need 5s to wound. No rerolls here. Okay, not bad. You to kill 1 Wraith. Nope. Didn't kill any of them. That's all of your attacks. So I will now swing back. I'll start here. So I got 9 attacks back on you, hitting on 3s. I do get -1 to hit them in shooting. Right?
Yes, just shooting.
Yeah, because you got the Mirage things. So hit me on... Oh, I'm going to reroll that one. So that is 5 hits only. Strength 6, though. So winning you on 3s, because your toughness 4. Ew, only 3. These are 2 damage apiece, though. So once again, if you fail 2 of these, it kills one of your bikes, because they're 3 wounds. 4 up saves. And you only fail 1. Okay, we just can't hurt each other, I guess. So one of them is down to 1 wound. And then the spider will swing back, angry that you kill a lot of scarabs. Not really angry, because it doesn't really get angry, but it's a simulated anger. Rawr. 4s to hit, and then 2s to wound, because it's stronger than you. 2 wounds, doesn't matter the AP or damage, you just get a 4-up involvement, or die. 1 dies. Which one? Regular shuriken, blade guy, of course. Poor guy. Morale phase. We've lost 6 warriors here from the explosion. They are leadership 10. They're fine, just barely, but fine. And we lost 2 over there, but that doesn't matter. And your losses can't possibly fail a morale test. So you are fine. Although the Death Jester's fired at this. We don't have to worry about the -2 to the leadership. So that's it. So you came in, you've won the main. Now you do have 2 command points. Did you want to use them for anything?
Yep.
What do you want to use them for?
I want to get my light troop master out of dodge.
So I gave Quirk a stratagem, if you remember back in the first game, that once he completed his primary objectives, or he knows he won the game, then at the end of his turn, he's allowed to spend a command point to remove any of his characters or units.
Yes.
And of course you don't care about your units.
Nope. But I'm going to spend 1, bring me down to 1 command point, and pull the troop master with the blade of...
Did you want to spend another one to pull anybody else out?
No, because at this point I'm pretty sure I can get everybody else out. I got my 2 other troop masters here, my Shadow Seer, and both Death and Torment are going to be able to jump.
Yeah, no problem, right?
So
yeah.
Should be easy.
Based on what's on the table.
You're thinking things.
I'm not thinking things.
You're thinking things.
I already know exactly what I have.
I'm a pull Fate out as well.
All right, finally get to upgrade Fate, but you're out of command points now.
I'm out of command points now.
Yes, all right. Necrons, turn 1. Let's do some reanimations. 6 guys. Nobody fled. Oh, nobody comes back. Not a single 5+. And 2 over here. Okay, so 0 out of 8 came back. How wonderful. These rays are going to fall back, but really fall forward.
That's my trick.
Yeah, it's my trick too. And they can charge, and they can shoot, technically, after they do this. Wow, he went on his back. Going to advance my Tomb Blades. They move 14 plus 1. Yay! And they'll just move up to here. Lich Guard are going to come over here to try to kill this troop before they decide to flippity flip and assassinate the Cryptek. Not giving you all the points for free. And at the end of the movement phase, the thing I forgot to do last turn was bring in my death marks, because they have a rule, Hunters from Hyperspace, that when you bring in something kind of from reinforcements, which you did with your dark troops, I can bring my guys in as long as they get within 12 inches of them, and I get to fire at them. So that could have made a difference, but I forgot. Just like I forgot that this thing was supposed to give you a 9-inch bubble. But it's okay. It's just a narrative game anyways. Little mistakes like that can be made. I don't know if it would have made a big difference in the end. That would have shot down a bit of a group, but you've got plenty of firepower to take out the objectives.
I was going to say, the one turn that I spent not killing that objective, or killing your scarabs, I could have just spent it going after the objective anyway. So that
yeah, exactly. You might need to stick around a little bit for one more objective, but mistakes were made. So they will come in now and see if we can snipe one of your characters. They've actually been watching you guys for a while now, so they know the importance of death. So they're coming in near him. Let's try to take him out. We're going to kill death.
No.
So let's go straight to shooting. A lot of the shooting I'm not going to do because Quirk has announced his intentions just to flee behind the Webway portal, which, for all intents and purposes is exactly what he should do. And since all of his characters are like back here, that really won't be hard. In fact, we're going to assume he's just going to pass that. So we're going to try to kill 2 of his characters right now, one through shooting and one through the wraiths. So these, and I'm going to use my Lich Guard to make sure that you don't snipe my Cryptek. So these 10 death marks are all going to fire at death, and they don't have to fire at the nearest unit or character, whatever. I know characters don't protect characters anyways, but they're basically snipers too. So sniper's going to snipe the sniper. 20 shots, hitting on 3s. Not a bad start. Wounding on 3s, but more importantly 6s do the wound plus a mortal wound. And you've got 5 wounds on a Death Jester?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 of those have been destroyed. So if you make all of these 4+ invulns, he will survive.
No.
Oh, I should have done them in 2 groups of 5 and killed both your Death Jesters. Mistakes were made. Boom! There he goes. Imagine if he stayed around for one more turn. We're going to assume I do shooting, do moderate damage, and then you run away, so it doesn't matter, because none of these are characters, so they get replenished. But we are going to do a couple charges. We're going to do the Lich Guard charging them, and you can't overwatch because you are locked. It'll be important for them to actually win this decisively, because you could just flippity flip and go after my Cryptek, which you could take out in 1 turn. So Lich Guard, do your work. The raise right here will charge just your Troop Master, so he can overwatch and try to pick off the one because it's down to 1 wound. 6 to hit.
Nope.
Oh, and then I charge. Yeah, I'm in. So protecting my Cryptek and trying to make you pay for winning the scenario by having a couple of your guys go out and possibly die, but at the very least making them more expensive to upgrade. Start with the raise here attacking. So we've locked him down. We need 3s to hit him. Ugh. 2s to wound him though, and they're 2 damage apiece. Let's reroll this one. Okay, so you have how many wounds?
5.
Okay, so you should be able to survive this. If you fail 3 of these, you're dead. You only fail 1, so he's down to 3 wounds. And the 7 Lich Guard, 14 attacks, 3s to hit. Not bad. 2s to wound, because they're strength 6 with their swords. That many. Okay, you could survive this. You have 4 up in bones. As you dance around,
Flip,
how many
flip,
die?
flip, flip. 1, 2,
only 3 die. So you can still go for that assassination.
Sword. Oh, sword.
You gotta keep the good ones.
Yeah.
The ones that can do multi-damage. You get rid of the
fusion. I gotta get rid of
But he can fire it before you charge into the Cryptek.
No, because if I fall... yeah, actually, you know what, you're
You
right.
can fall back, shoot, and charge.
Yep, so let's take this one.
But that's the Caress, and the Caress can do lots of
You
damage.
stop messing with me right
Oh,
now.
but that's the... Sorry, that was the Caress. No, that was the
This is the
Embrace. Which is probably the least useful of all of them.
Probably, for taking that.
Still good, though. And then we'll have the Spider attack to see if they can do more damage. All my charges are done, so I'm just choosing this one as my unit to fight with. 4s to hit. Ooh, we got 3 hits. 2s to wound. 3 more wounds. You got 2 guys left with 4 up invulns. And 1 more dies. Do you keep the fusion pistol? You do. Okay. And then he can strike back. Attacking the Lich Guard?
Yeah.
Why not, right? 3s to hit. 5s to wound. No, 4 up invuln. Hey, or no, I have a 3 up armor. So we're good. And your troop master with his Harlequin's Kiss, quick realized that this actually locks him down because he has to advance to get to the Webway. So he's in trouble. Big trouble.
5 attacks hitting on 2s.
Reroll it once.
Because I got the level. There we go.
And you've got the Kiss, so that's strength 4.
Yes.
It's 5s to wound. Nothing. Oh, reroll all. That's right.
Ha ha ha
ha. Whoa, that's better. 3 up invulns. Oh, you got 2, so that finishes off the 1. And it does D3 damage to the next one, which has 3 wounds. Oh, it kills 2 wraiths. Not bad at all. So we'll kill this one and the one without whips. That way, if you kill me before I have a chance to attack, I can still attack back. Does your last guy run away, though?
Oh.
You lost 5 guys. Leadership... No. Are you leadership 8? Oh, you think you're leadership 8. Let's double check. What's your leadership?
8.
8?
Yeah.
So you stay.
Movement, phase, torment.
Whoop. Advancing this one. How far do you need to advance? Well, roll it. If you roll nice and high, we don't even have to. Whoop, that's off the table. 4, that's definitely off.
Yeah.
Because you didn't roll very high for the advances coming on. And 8 inches is not enough to get him off, eh?
Nope. And I can't advance out of combat.
No, you can't fall back and advance. You fall back and shoot and charge, because you're Harlequins. So what do you want to do for him? Basically, we've both agreed that he can't do anything with these guys, because I would have just unloaded everything I can into them and possibly killed a bunch. So he can't like jump these forward and kill the Cryptek. This guy can go for the Cryptek. But you could use these guys to try to save. And those ones over there's no way I would have been able to kill any of them.
No.
So you're basically able to use this portion of your army to see what you want to do.
I think I might be able to do something. I'm going to fall back.
Yeah, he needs to fall back. Otherwise, the rest of my army will move forward and start to chop through you.
He's going to fall back and end here, so that next turn he can just...
He's off for sure.
He's off.
Unless those death marks get a volley at him.
Which is my next problem.
Right.
So, bikes are going to jump over here, staying...
Is that an advance or not an advance?
Not advanced. They move 16, so...
Pretty darn fast.
Yeah.
They'll try to deal with the death marks.
And then this troop unit here is going to move...
and engage the Wraith.
Just staying an inch
If they fail to do, he will just fall back and
I know.
Go after you. Although they've proven not to be that great against your characters. And flippity flip.
Flippity flip.
Does he get him within 3 inches? Most
I
important.
was, I'm 10 inches away from you, so an 8 inch will put me 2 inches away.
Oh, right.
Firing 1 fusion pistol into that Cryptek.
He starts to wind up this chronometron where he's like...
Oh!
That's a hit.
Wounding on a 2.
That's a wound. He tries to turn back time to see if he can... Now he knows where the melt is going, right? Does he turn it back successfully? 5+ invuln. No! And he's got 4 wounds. You're within 3 inches. You're out of command points, though. Boom! You slagged him.
Dead!
He sends his bodyguard forward, and you just flip past him, and boom! And he goes down, pieces. A bunch of little scarabs all come and consume him and take him away. See what damage you can do to the death marks?
Yeah, let's do that.
9 shots sitting on 3s, because you didn't advance.
And I almost rerolled a 1 for no reason there.
There's some 3s there, too. Ooh, just 4 wounds, no 6s, so I get my full 3-up save. Oh! Jeez. Blam, 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 blam.
Stop pulling the closest ones.
Yep, that's the whole point.
Over here, I got 2 fusion pistols I'm going to fire into this Wraith.
3s to hit.
Oh.
Okay. Do you want to bother firing the rest of the weapons?
I got 4 shuriken pistols.
I guess you might as well. Hey, you should be able to kill them in close combat pretty well. And 5s. Yeah,
nope.
no.
Okay.
Charge phase.
Bikes are going to charge the death marks.
Well, I'm going to Overwatch.
I know.
14 shots, in on a 6. 3 6s. Wounding on 4s, 6s cause mortal wounds. Boom! 3 wounds plus a mortal wound. You had a guy down to 1 wound, so he's just dead. And then you got your 4 up invulns. Ooh, 2 more wounds. Don't fail your charge.
I didn't.
You just did. Made it. You just made it. You didn't just... Never mind. You're in. Yay! You're charging the Wraith? Just push in. I have no shooting, and there's no way you're failing that charge, and your piling will get you all in. No problem. Starting here to kill the Wraith.
We're going to try.
What do you want to start with? You got some kisses in there. You've got...
let's do the 2 kisses to start.
It attacks it on 3s. Reroll this. Okay, Okay, so 2 so far. 3. 3 up invulns. I ignore 2 of those. It does D3 damage. He only has 3 hit points, and you do 2 of them. You got a lot of attack still.
I know.
Lots of swords. Harlequin blades hitting on 3s. Jeez. Almost all hit. And wounding on 5s. Re-rolling. No, 6s. No, toughness 5. 5s re-rolling. Can't roll nothing but 6s anyways. There's some 5s. Get them off. Oh, that's 4 of them. You got them. So assuming that the death marks don't kill your 2 bikes, which is very unlikely, then you're fine, because you should be able to get away. Because all the guys back here, they can't fire at your character. So basically, we're only going to care about continuing this game if somehow I kill these 2 bikes. But you get to attack first. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. Good start.
Okay.
You need to eliminate 4 of these to ensure that there's no way that I can hurt you. And then you're wounding on 4s. Strength 4. So 4 wounds. That's exactly how many you need to eliminate, but yeah. 3 up saves. Eliminate 1. What's wrong?
-2.
Oh, are they -2?
Except for glaze.
Oh yeah, they're -2. So 5 up. So you killed 3. So I have exactly... Oh, wait. Hey. Oh, wait, no. I was like, if I take the 3 nearest, but then you can consolidate and lock them up. So it doesn't matter. Either way, I've got 4 guys with 1 attack each that have to do 4 wounds, and you have to fail all 4 saves.
Good luck.
Good luck. 3s to hit. Right? Yeah. Yeah, for some reason these guys know how to hit in close combat. Okay, so I've already lost. Let's do it anyway, see if I can kill the 1 bike. 4s to wound. 1 wound. 4 up save. Yay! Finish off the 1 bike. And even with morale, that's not enough to make the other one run, because he's leadership 8. I'm assuming you were going to pile in that 1 bike, right? Because right now, he's not engaging me. Because we kind of ran past your last consolidation. Would you have wanted to consolidate him?
Yes.
Would you have done that, honestly?
I honestly would have put both of them.
Okay. I'm just like, because right now, I am not engaged anymore, and I can snipe your guy! Okay, and I got a morale test on 6, losing 6 guys, leadership 10. We're fine. And your morale tests can't fail. Lost a couple characters. Lost Death.
That's it.
And... Really? Oh, that's right, because he got away. So it just comes down to whether Death dies. Let's do that right now. Death is fine. He still costs 1 more reward point to upgrade him, but he is fine. He's not dead. Torment is happy and sad at the same time. He doesn't want Death to die. He wants to earn his place to play Death. Gotcha. And he's not really competing. Harlequins don't do that, but he is on the inside. He feels his pride that he wants that role. So you won the mission, so that's 5 reward points for that. You got all 4 of the secondary objectives, so you got 9 reward points. How would you like to spend them?
Well, I still have 2 points left over from the first mission, so I'm at 11 points, and I'm going to spend 10 of them to just get Fate up to level 4. So
level 4, the first level lets him know 1 additional power, but then the 4th level lets him know all of his powers, so that kind of negates that. The second level, his Shield of Harm, that 6-inch bubble of -1 to wound, extends to 12 inches now, which is nice. And level 3 gives him +1 to all psychic tests and deny the witch tests, which will be handy. And you know all the psychic powers. Yeah, level 5 is Psychic Master, which allows him to manifest an additional power and deny an extra power. So he'll be able to manifest 3, deny 2. And so he'll know a total of 8 psychic powers now.
Oh my.
Because there was a 6 plus the 1 in the discipline, and then Smite as well. So Fate just got really powerful at the expense of everybody else not upgrading at all. Which there's lots of really cool upgrades for all of these guys actually. So that leaves you with 1 reward point left, which is useless because everybody's already level 1, so you can't use it yet. But it does carry forward to the next mission, which we will now be going to in the MiniWarGaming Vault, the link below. So I know that one went quick, and I know there's going to be comments saying about the setup for it. You know what? I agree. But it is what it is. These are narrative games, so you can't always predict everything that's going to happen. And he could have easily failed stuff and been in a bad place. And so whatever. Well, we're gonna go and have fun in our next game now, as he goes deeper into Vadurak, getting to the chamber, getting to the death mask, and then having to escape with it without losing everybody, and without losing the sword, and without losing the mask and your lives.
I feel like you're all going to be altering this mission after this one.
Oh, no. I think the next mission will be sufficiently difficult. Because you're not just going to walk off with those relics easily. Because it doesn't ruin the story if you don't get it. So I can make the missions really challenging and not have to worry about it. You can see that at the link below in the MiniWarGaming Vault. Thanks so much for watching. Happy wargaming.